All right, man. Let's do this. Dropping in.
I feel like that was a one-hit wonder, but okay. Beep, 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 beep.
Boom. And we're in.
We're in.
Dropping in. EWSorBUST, the latest episode. Today we are supported by hookitproducts.co.uk, and for this episode only I have set up a discount code which can only be used for the next 7 days, and it gives you a mystery amount off your order. So it can only be used on all mountain style frame protection, crank protectors, enduro straps, etc. Anything all mountain style. If you enter the promo code AMS podcast, you will get 5, 10, 20 or 40% off. You're only going to find out what discount you'll get when you get to the checkout. How's that, man? It's live for 7 days, so from Thursday the 16th when this goes live through to the Thursday after. We are also brought to you by remapclothing.co.uk. If you want to look pro, ride pro, be pro, check out remapclothing.co.uk. And there's a discount code available too, which is
EWSorBUST.
And that gets you 10% off at checkout. Is that correct, Rich?
It does indeed. It's not quite as fancy as yours, I'm afraid, mate. That's a hell of a discount code. I like that.
It's only available for 7 days, so if people want to use it,
Yep.
AMS podcast on our website or
EWSorBUST
on remapclothing.com. Awesome. Yeah. All right, dude. Let's hit some music and then drop in.
Take another lap through the twisted life of a thrill-seek junkie, moto flunky. I wanna live on the edge of sane where the heartbeat rides adrenaline. Close your eyes and count to 5. Hold your breath, you feel so alive. Take me to the only place where the fire inside won't fade away. Can you feel your heartbeat racing when they turn out the lights? The entire world is watching. Are you ready to roll tonight?
We're getting good at this, aren't we?
We are. We're getting a bit slicker. I mean, it's only 2.5 years in now, so, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like some progress should happen.
Yeah, there should be a bit, shouldn't there?
Otherwise, I mean...
So true. Anyway, good to have you back on here, dude. Good to see your smiling face again with a little bit of suntan. Surprised you get suntan on your face with those sunglasses, those Timmy mallets. I'm surprised you don't just beat it all off.
I get such stick for my glasses. You love them. Do you know what? I don't care, because they're wicked glasses.
Well, some doubt that. But anyway.
But they're wrong.
Anyway, how are you, buddy?
I'm good, mate. Yeah, I'm hanging in there. It's obviously Wednesday, 15th of May today for all those out there who may be listening in the future at some point. And I literally got back from Madeira this morning. So I'm a little bit tired just because there's been a lot to do.
Jet lag.
Guess what the time difference is in Madeira?
Good question. 2 hours.
No, there is none at all.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, 0 time. I don't know why. I guess something to do probably with the equator and time zones and stuff.
Yeah.
But there's no time difference.
Wow. That's cool.
So that actually makes travelling pretty sweet because there's nothing to work out. Not that you get like jet lag over 2 hours or something like that anyway. But do you know what I mean? Like if you book a flight at 10 to 7 and it arrives at 10:30, you're like, it's 10:30. It's just normal.
Yeah, normal. Cool. Yeah, that's helpful. That's good.
Yeah,
good on you, mate. Good.
Well, I didn't make up the time zone.
Nah, I know, but they might have consulted you.
They all thought, Rich is travelling. Best change it. Yeah, no. So, I am a little bit tired from that, but and pretty hectic. So obviously, we'll get into it. But I get a boat to Scotland tomorrow, basically, or to the UK, then drive to Scotland. But we'll get into that later. But so all's good. All's good, mate.
Good.
So and how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Thank you, man. Yeah, I'm getting there. As you know, I've had a few things going on. The old accident that me and my friends went
listen
through.
to the previous podcast if you've not yet.
Yeah, if you've not, the episode was it's called Prepare for the Worst. Shameless plug actually here. If you have listened and you haven't already, please make a donation to the Just Giving page. We are running a marathon to raise money for the RNLI. So I know so far it's going pretty good, but please, if you are listening, there would be no podcast if it wasn't for the RNLI, basically, because there's no way I'd be here doing it. And Rich, you wouldn't do it on your own, would you?
I'd just find someone else.
Yeah, you just do downtime instead.
I was gonna drop them in, but I didn't think that would be appropriate. I was full on gonna say that.
I could see that happening, like vital privateer.
Yeah, I should. So really, mate. I mean, I should tap those guys up, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
I would never. You're irreplaceable, mate. Irreplaceable.
Appreciated.
Yeah.
So yeah, if it weren't for those guys, there definitely wouldn't be a podcast right now. So yeah. But yeah, all good. Apart from that, man, it's beautiful. Weather's stunning. You know, I don't know where people are, listening in the world. But if you're in the UK or Jersey or Europe, I guess it's stunning right now. It's beautiful.
Most of our listeners are probably listening to this right now, cruising around in a car. Because
hopefully,
a lot of people I know.
Hopefully, windows down, systems up. Got your Craig David album in, your favourite songs on, or you're listening to this either. In fact,
I'd prefer you listen to this.
You wouldn't be listening to Craig David and this at the same time. That'd be terrible.
Very confused listening.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it?
What's going on?
Travel to Madeira on Wednesday.
Shredded stage, 8 by Saturday. Oh, I like it.
Oh dear.
So yeah,
good.
We have been in Madeira.
Yes. All right, man. So let's just recap a little bit what's been going on with this series so far. We've had the British National, which went quite good for you.
Yeah.
Getting to grips with the new bike, etc. Then we hit the first round of the World Enduro Continental Series.
Yeah.
It's a mouthful.
Well, I know you nailed it though.
I did, didn't I?
The European Continental Series. Did you chuck the European part in?
Not sure.
Either way, we did that one.
Yeah.
We did a race in Spain, didn't we?
Did a race in Spain, which went
pretty good.
Yep, far better than expected. Would you say?
Well, yeah, there was no expectations really, was there? Okay. So we nailed a top 20 at that one, which is cool.
Yeah.
That was only a couple. Again, depends when you're listening or whatever, but only a couple weeks ago.
Time flies, man.
It does, yeah,
Time
it does.
flies.
So in that time, I've literally come back, done a flat out amount of work, and then gone away again.
Right. Wow.
I was back for really just 4 or 5 days before so we had some bank holidays that got in the way sort of thing. Well, not in the way, but like no one wants you doing building work around their house on a bank holiday.
No.
So yeah, just did a lot of work in 4 days, and then at the weekend, sort of did all the packing and stuff. No, actually, I tell a lie. I got back on Monday. I worked Tuesday to Friday morning.
Okay.
But I also had my brother come over at last weekend because it was the only time that he could come over.
What, a visit, just like family time sort of thing?
Exactly, yeah, him and his missus. So, because that was the only time. So, obviously, I got back from Spain Monday, worked till Friday morning. He was over the Thursday night. I was with him till Sunday late afternoon. And then got packed and flew out to Madeira on Monday morning.
Jeez.
And then been to Madeira for the last 9 days or so.
Yeah. So, you went out there a little bit early, which is cool.
Yes, yeah, it was good.
And the aim of that was, what, just to acclimatise? Get over the jet lag.
It was getting used to the time difference.
Yeah.
I'm sure there was 10 seconds in it.
But yeah, what was the goal? Just to head out and just chill a little bit?
Yeah, a bit of downtime. We did some shuttling and stuff before, just like a bit of casual riding and just chilling and just making the most of it. It's a stunning place.
Yeah, man. You know what? I was thinking about this earlier. If there's one event on the calendar which I'm really jealous that you go to and that I don't go to, I think it's this one. Because it just looks stunning. Like the scenery, the place, the trails, everything just looks on point.
It is. It's like, I suppose you could kind of compare it to Finale in the sense you've got like all these fairly natural, just wild trails. They come down and finish in nice beach places, and you just chill and you have like a coffee, go to a cafe, and then you just go off and ride again. And it's all pretty relaxed like that. But it's like it's different from the finale as well because it's like one big mental place, Madeira.
Okay. Is it quite busy as well, would you say? Like, I don't really know much about Madeira.
It's not in the sense of overpopulated or anything like that. If that's what you mean. Like, it's not overcrowded or anything. It's the terrain's too gnarly for it to be overcrowded. It's just mountains everywhere.
Okay.
It's literally like that scene. You know, I think it's Jurassic Park 3 when the kid or whatever is like paragliding off the back of a boat.
Not movie talk again. We did this on the last one.
Did we?
Yeah.
Well, just quickly. It's like that.
Benjamin Button last time.
No, yeah, oh crap, I forgot about that. Shut up with you, Ben.
Oh, dear. Go on, anyway, sorry.
But it's like that when he just vanishes into the clouds and gets eaten by dinosaurs.
Right.
It's just all mountains and mental looking.
Okay.
It is beautiful. It's a stunning place.
It is, though. It's the one that's really on the tour that I'm like, I'd really, really like to go and check out. So,
And, I mean, there's all like shuttle companies over there now that will just drive you around and you just have a good time. There's tracks for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a cool place.
Awesome. Do you want a couple of Madeira facts?
Do I want some?
Yeah.
No.
All right. I'll give you some anyway. Did you know it's Madeira is an archipelago, not an island? Did you know that? Which means I think that's made up of multiple islands, isn't it?
Yes, because there are a few off the coast of it. I can't remember though. Why is Jersey not an archipelago or whatever?
Yeah. I hope I've got the wording right. Archipelago. I've got it down as. Did you know it's also got some of the most fertile soil on the planet?
Really?
Yeah.
Banana grove's a big thing over there.
Right, there you go. Cristiano Ronaldo is from Madeira.
Oh, yeah, they absolutely
Worship that guy.
There is
Is the airport called Cristiano Ronaldo or something?
No, I don't think so. But there's just a bust of him, just a head in the airport. It's like you go in and then you sort of bow down to it a couple of times, then you can have a safe journey in Madeira or something. Yeah, he's a big deal, but he is a big deal, I suppose, isn't he? So
yeah, I guess, yeah. And tourism accounts for 20% of their GDP.
That's it. I would have said a lot more.
Yeah, 20%.
What's their main industry? Actually, I'm interested to know because we were talking about this whilst away.
I don't know. I just wrote a few facts down. I ain't got a bloody clue.
Okay, well, hang on.
Just find out. I'll drop another fact in while you're googling.
Yeah, quickly do that. I'm on the typer.
Madeira also has its own political system, and it was granted autonomy in 1976, which incidentally, 1976 is the Chinese year of the dragon.
Grr.
There you go.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah. It's always nice to know a little bit more about where you've been and where you're going in it. That's what I'm here for sometimes.
I excuse anyone listening from Madeira if I'm being really sort of ignorant here, but I can't see anything like main trade.
Right.
So there's things like flour, sugar, as in pretty flowers, sugar cane.
Yeah, it's good for growing flowers because the soil's so good.
Yeah, but not like bananas, embroidery. But it doesn't say say Jersey is a finance centre, innit?
Yeah.
That's Jersey's thing. You come here, hide your money, job done.
Yeah.
But it doesn't say what. Wikipedia's not really helping me here.
Huh. Anyway.
Oh, well, cool facts. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, mate. Anytime. So you went out there on the Monday, which is 5 days before the race started.
Well, it was a 2-day practice, 2-day race. So 2-day practice. So practice was Thursday.
Okay. Is it safe to say confidence was a little higher coming into this one because you've had a couple of good starts to the year?
Yeah, and I knew the setup with Madeira. Obviously, been before, so knew what to expect to a certain degree, I suppose. And I knew there's good bike shops out there, and that you can get stuff. You're not ass end of nowhere, struggling to find things and stuff like that. Right.
Because I remember the last event, it felt a bit isolated as well, right? You didn't know didn't know what was going on.
Completely. Whereas I knew where the race village was. I even knew what shops were there and things and stuff like that. So, I was pretty relaxed about this one. I'd raced there a couple of times before, so it was all good.
And coming into it as early and stuff. Is
Yeah.
there much difference between like the setup already? Is there already things happening? Because remember the last one, it was like pretty much dead until race day. Not dead, but like
these
not much
are
organisation.
huge
stuff.
differences.
Really?
Huge differences in the size of the event. Yeah, you can really tell that I guess the money is put into the EWS main races and promoting them and bringing like the organisation in them, the infrastructure, whereas the continental stuff is purely down to the organizer of that round. Not like that. It doesn't look from an outsider's point of view as if the EWS main guys have any, should we say, like financial or planning type involvement in it. Really,
Okay.
I mean, I might be wrong, but certainly from this first one, compared to all the EWS I've done, yeah, it was leagues apart.
Okay.
You know, things like, say, sort of, I don't know, signage, live timing, pit space, you know, even just like your welcome stuff. Yeah, all sorts. Very different.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Not necessarily like in a bad way. That's not to put down the other organisers, or even to say that the EWS should up their game in it. But it's just, you know, you pay double the price to enter an EWS, so I guess you expect double the stuff from it.
Yeah,
in a way.
you do. Yeah,
You
of
want to
course.
see where that money's going in a way when you're doing the world's best series for enduro, isn't it?
Yeah. Totally. A few people reached out actually after the last episode, which was pretty cool, sort of explaining how it was working and stuff. I'll forward you some of the emails.
Oh, that'd be interesting. Yeah,
I will.
like I said, I know it's not to, you know, it's a learning curve for everyone involved, isn't it? So you don't want to like just shoot them down, because that's not fair.
No.
But at the same time, you got, as long as they learn from it, I guess, is the main thing.
Yeah, for sure. So, what was the goal then for the first sort of few days when you got there, chilling? And did you go on your own? I know Mark. We're going to talk about Mark
so
probably quite a
Mark
bit.
was
So,
out there. We were just chilling. We did some shuttling, and just like got some bike set up and stuff like that.
okay, you just paid for like a shuttle for the day, sort of thing.
No,
Or you do it yourself.
Yeah, we did it ourselves.
Okay.
And just we did it ourselves, and then just found like a run that was nearby, and then sort of just focused on that one run really, and just sort of things like bikes, just to, you know, because it was still only the third race I will have done on the new bike.
Yeah.
And all these races have been very different. So Afan, Trail Centre, pretty slow, mellow, very, you know, flat in comparison. Spain, certainly a step up, big mountain, much longer stage, but maybe not longer in distance, but time-wise they were a good length, but they tended to be a bit slower, rockier, technical. And then Madeira, you start getting like way more flat out and stuff. So it's just, again, it was like a bike setup learning curve. And I changed. The only thing I really changed, like I think I said I was going to do, was I upped the brake rotor on the back.
Yeah.
But actually, come race day, I changed my rear tyre as well for a bigger 2.5 tyre, because the dust out there was just mental.
Yeah, it looked dusty, man, from some of the
It was
footage
really
I've seen.
dusty.
Yeah, it looked gnarly.
So I sort of sacrificed the ease and rolling resistance and speed like on the liaisons to make up for it on the trails.
Got you. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So that was so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah.
Just
and then we're on to Thursday. Yeah,
pretty much just
chill
chilling
days.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So getting signed on, taking it easy, just relaxing and stuff like that.
Nice.
Obviously, like I said, so it was Mark's first ever EWS, his first ever enduro race.
Amazing.
Now, Mark, for those who don't know, is like the other part of Remap. He's the other guy, as myself and him own it.
The brains.
He is not the brains, no. He is Mark.
Okay.
And yeah, so it was his first ever enduro race, and it kind of, I'm not sure how it came about doing it, but it was just like, I think he just wanted to do it as just a challenge, I guess.
And
in
does
at the
he
deep end.
ride a lot anyway, or is he?
No,
like,
I
what's his
don't
sort of
think he'll mind
association?
saying this. He's kind of your stereo, because he's got 2 kids.
Yeah.
So what I would say now is like your stereotypical, weekend warrior's not right, but you know, like your you're
Okay.
you're. Oh, I don't know. Do you know what? I don't know.
Just a hobbyist. Just bought a bike, rides it when he can.
Yeah, just
All the gear.
I had no idea.
No, I weren't going to say that. You said it.
I had 100% said that. Yeah, he's like, one of those dudes who's got like a fairly good job. He's got some good disposable income, and he rides and he enjoys riding. But because he's got kids, like a lot of, guys who are a bit older now, they just don't have the time to commit to racing or training or anything like that. So he just, with this new EWS 100 format, he just wanted to give it a go and see what it was all about without the stress.
Amazing. Cool. And so he's never done. Has he only ever ridden in Jersey or?
No, he's fairly like most guys. He's been to like the Morzine and the Leger and stuff every year on like the lads trip, and he's done the Mega a couple of times, but that's about it.
Okay, awesome.
I
seem to remember. I don't know if this is true, but it came up last year during our series of podcasts that he was going to do a race. Do you remember?
So, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it did. Like someone called him out, you called him out, or something like that
I
happened.
always calling him out.
Yeah, something happened, and I think there was a bit of banter about it, but yeah, I can't quite remember exactly. But
he probably would have been like, "Oh, whatever, Rich. EWS is a well easy. You just go downhill. Oh, whatever." And I was like, "You're an idiot."
Yeah, for sure. So he did the EWS 100, which is basically like a. God, I don't even know how you describe it. It's just sort of like anyone can ride it.
Pretty much, yeah. If you get a spot in it, because they sell out pretty quick again. So the EWS main race now is qualifying only. You have to have points and stuff. Mm-hmm. And the 100 is that like lottery format entry. So anyone can do it. You just got to get lucky enough. So he got lucky. He got in, and the 100 part of it is it's 100% of the race. So the distance, the same amount of stages, the 2 days. But it's supposed to be, I think, or it was supposed to be like more lax on the equipment rules. So like no stickers and stuff like that, which turns out you have to have stickers anyway. Right. And on the timings were slightly more relaxed as well. But I think those were pretty rigid as well, actually. So it really turned out to be pretty much a normal race, he was saying, from what I gathered. Right. But we got registered and all this sort of governance. And the Thursday rolled round. Now, the main EWS guys and the 100 guys are supposed to practice different, but because we were doing it together, I was allowed to practice with him, which was cool, because otherwise we'd have just gone out there and been completely separate the whole time.
That's cool.
A bit lame, really. So we practiced together, so we did, just
to go back slightly, sorry, you made, other than the tyre and stuff, did you make any more changes to the bike, or did you get a chance to ride any of the race stages or anything, or is that
no, you're not allowed for like a week in advance. You're not allowed at all.
Right.
So the only the changes that were made were the disc and the tire.
Okay, excellent.
That was it. Just basically for more stopping power and more grip. There was, I don't have things like chainring size to change anymore, or anything like that really.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, man. So where were we? Let's talk about Thursday.
First day of practice. Only 3 stages to practice. Pretty casual day because you could shuttle one of them and then you could ride to the other 2, but it wasn't big distances, so it only turned out to be about an hour and a half of moving time over the whole day. But I tell you what, it was interesting. They were good stages, but I think stage 1 was a fresh stage for the race, and it was blown out to shit. It was ruined.
Right.
Yeah, just dusty, like just everything crumbled, full of holes. Yeah, that was a bit of a slog, because I would have said it was the mellowest stage of the whole race.
Right. So when you say it was blown out and stuff, like, do you think it had just been literally created for this race? It wasn't an existing trail. Right.
I'm sure it had been made in advance.
Is the one that started at a golf club?
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, because they called it a hole in one, didn't they? Something.
Yeah. It was a good length stage. I can't remember the distance, but time wise, it was around the 7-minute mark or so, I think. So
3 kilometers actually. I wrote that one down.
Oh, okay, so it's a good length.
Yeah, it is a long stage. Yeah, decent.
And it had some really fun bits in, but yeah, just by the time that hundreds and hundreds of riders had been over it, it was demolished.
Right.
Yeah. And like poor old Mark, even in practice, was like, I don't even know how to ride this. The dust is so deep, and I've never ridden anything like it, sort of thing.
Straight in at the deep end. I love
Yeah,
that.
it really
Because the thing is, dude, there'll be a lot of people listening to this that are like Mark, that, you know, don't...
Exactly, yeah,
you know
that's
what
what
I
I
mean?
want to try and sort of get across.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. So straight in at the deep end, a little bit out of his depth, potentially.
definitely.
Definitely out of his depth. Out of
Now,
his depth.
like, you know, from after, you know, speaking to him after and sort of having a catch up, yeah, definitely.
Right. Did it, and I mean this in all, like in the nicest way possible, did it
He'll understand.
Did it hinder your practicing at all?
No.
Okay.
No, because we were quite clear that, like, I would lead out, he would follow. If I wanted to stop at something, I would stop. If I just wanted to keep going, I'd see him at the bottom, sort of thing.
Right.
Obviously, like, I didn't gun it in practice because I never do. You don't need to. So, you know, he's a pretty competent rider. He's not like Sammy Slow Coach. You're waiting for ages. So the majority of the time, he could just keep up and practice. It was all right. And by his own admission, actually, he was saying, say on sort of easier, faster stuff. This is his words, actually. The going fast bit, he wasn't too scared of, because he rides a lot of enduro motorbike and stuff.
Okay.
So he wasn't scared of going fast. It was like, I don't have the skill to go that fast and pull it off or save it if something goes wrong. So that's where he was, interestingly, like, the speed wasn't what he was worried about. It was, you know, the technicality of it.
Yeah, at that
like
speed.
hitting a rock garden or through some trees really fast. He was like, I'm not scared, but I had a couple moments where, like, it nearly went very wrong, because I sort of, well, I did go wrong a couple of times in practice for him as well, but, like, you know, didn't have the skill or the know-how, say, to what to do.
Yeah, and that's probably the same with a lot of people, again, that listen, that only ride maybe in the UK at trail centres and stuff like that. Once you get into the big mountain stuff, where it's a bit gnarlier as well.
Yeah.
You know, it just takes an extra level of focus, a little bit of a skill set which you've not quite honed yet.
That's it. When it's when the consequences go from, like, a bit of a graze and a bang and a bruise to, like, pretty much soon it's probably going to break if you crash, sort of thing.
Yeah, for
if
sure.
you're doing 25 mile an hour over some mental rocks through some trees with, like, a sheer drop on the side of you, or something, like, you know, like, you got to be pretty sharp and on the ball, ain't you? To
definitely.
To keep it rubber side down.
Yeah. So Thursday was 3 days of practice. 3 stages.
Three
so
stages,
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, 2 and 3 were fairly short.
Okay.
3 actually. Yeah, 3 wasn't too bad. It was about 5 minutes. I think 2 was maybe 3.5 minutes or so. Stage 3 also doubled up as stage 8.
Right.
So it's the last one of each day,
which
is quite cool.
An 8-stage race or not?
Yeah.
8-stage race. So okay, wow, it's big. Okay.
Yeah. But again, like, Thursday and then what would be the Saturday, it turned out to be fairly sort of short and just not like nothing days, but very, really, in comparison to a lot of times, or even a lot of the rides you do with mates, fairly short days in the saddle.
What were the liaisons like? Because I remember the liaisons at the last round were tough, because you had to.
Get to that.
Yeah, okay, all right, we'll get to those. All right, excellent.
Yeah.
So Friday then, second day of practice.
Friday, 5 stages 4 through to 8.
Yep.
Let me just think. A lot of shuttling again, luckily, and a lot of stages which were close together. So it was cool being able to shuttle, and also cool being able to practice with Mark again. And he made a few changes to his bike. He rides an Orbea Rallon, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Which, again, he'd never properly ridden that in Anger or outside of Jersey, because he didn't have it. He only got it sort of at the start of the year.
Got you.
So actually, for him, bike-wise, was a huge learning curve and eye-opener of how rough and fast the courses were, like on both bike and body. So yeah, I think that would be a good top tip I'll give to anyone is if you're going to get a new bike, try easier said than done, because like I said, he's a married man with kids, but you know, you're going to go take it somewhere really gnarly to race it, try and practice on something as similar as you can. So easier said than done, innit, that? But
yeah, it is. Obviously, you guys have got it a little bit tough over there in Jersey because you don't have it, but even just banging out loads of runs would probably have helped, right?
Well, luckily, and he could obviously, you know, he was fortunate. He can draw on my experience because obviously I've done done a few now. So he changed like tire pressures, he changed suspension, he even changed, I think, like brake lever position and stuff.
Okay. Well, just because it was
so,
steeper and wanting to
like
get
less
out the back
fatigue
of it a
on the
little bit
arms and
more.
stuff.
Right.
Because he's dragging the brakes a lot more, and I can't remember what he said, but I think the brake levers were too far down, and he was having trouble reaching them.
Right.
Like when it got steep.
Yep.
So when you're just brake levers are really far down, and you're dragging on the brakes, I think it was just pumping his arms up. So yeah, it was a steep learning curve for him.
Yep. Which is good sometimes.
Yeah, for sure. But it was rough. It was rough. The deviate, I got to say, was coming into its own nicely.
Yeah. How did you find that when it got fast and slightly
she's
safe?
planted.
Really?
Really good. Yeah, that like there's like three things that all really helped actually, like make the trails or ease my mind over the trails and bike breakages, because generally on something like that you're going to either smash a wheel, rip off a mech, or like just destroy something through an impact. So obviously I'm running on my bike, the Deviate runs silky smooth anyway. There's no mech to wreck.
No mech to wreck.
Yeah.
Someone nominated that actually when we put the hashtag thing up.
I saw. I mean, we need to get that one going. I quite like that one.
Yeah, that's good.
And also, obviously, the ridge wheels on the back. A lot of guys would be quite nervous running carbon wheels, but like the ridge wheels, carbon coupled with the cush core inside them, and like double down Maxis is absolutely solid, mate.
Really?
Yeah, like had a few like impacts on them, obviously, because you just do. But yeah, I like.
Where the BB would normally be on a regular bike, you've got your gearbox.
It's still there.
Yeah, I know, right? But I know. Fucking hell, I know that. You've got
running crankless.
No, it's just
a couple of foot pegs like a motorbike.
So, is there a noticeable bit of weight there with it having a gearbox? So when it gets going fast, does it feel super stable?
Oh, it feels so like that, coupled with like the high pivot, obviously.
Yeah.
Like the idler design, it feels solid.
Really?
Like, yeah, it really does. It feels like that is why I now like having ridden that for like a good bit now, and I'm definitely on a lot of varied terrain now. I can see why all these other bike companies are making their downhill bikes with this design. It works so good. It's like a no-brainer why Common Sow have just swept the board with downhill stuff. Their bikes work amazing. Right. And why a ton of privateer teams out there are using Common Sows.
Yeah.
And doing really well.
Yeah. Trek Slash, that sort of thing as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It just, what else bikes have got it? The new... I'm sure there was a Scott prototype at least going around with it, but the Norco is running it. Yeah. GT running it.
Right. Cannondale went way out there with theirs.
I think Cannondale, like...
Two Shocks, loves it.
Space age thing going on. But you know what? Like, it works. It works really well.
Yeah, I was just curious whether you could feel that little bit of weight, especially when it's dusty and you're going fast. Yeah. Oh, interesting.
You kind of sacrifice. You almost do sacrifice like the poppy playfulness in the bike for just unrivaled grip.
Yeah.
And stability.
Okay.
So it will always be a balancing act, especially with the pinion putting all that weight down the bottom and in the center. It's working perfectly what it was designed for, which is like that big mountain stuff, which is what it was getting smashed through.
Yeah. So Friday pretty much goes.
Friday was good.
Yeah.
Friday was good. Like just. Pretty uneventful day on all stages. Just
you're only doing one run as well of everything, or you're stopping at certain bits, or
they only let you do one run.
And do you stop at certain bits if you're a bit?
You can push back up,
right?
Like when it's safe to and stuff like that, you can push back up. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Do you notice the pros practicing? Are they doing pretty much the same as you? Would Sam Hill, for example, Martin Mays, are they doing one run, or do you see them a lot more on certain?
No, I think they'll section those guys will section the odd bits as well, for sure. But I suppose at this time I could have had the opportunity to do it, but those guys are all out like the same time as me on this one, say, if not earlier, and they go walk the tracks and things like that.
Right.
I never walk the tracks.
Do you not?
No. I just don't have the brain capacity to remember all the lines.
That's it, man. It's a lot to take in.
Like,
is a lot.
You know, like if you're a full-time racer, maybe in condition, and you're just used to doing that, but I can't remember 8 stages.
That was, the odd few downhill races I've always done. That's been my major problem, is I just don't remember stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, you just, you walk down the track with all the best intentions of like, yeah, I jump to the inside here, do this here, hit this line, and then you come down, you're out of control. It's like, right, yeah, all that went out the window.
And the thing is, like downhill's one run, but even still, when it's a really long run, it's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's a lot to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I was just curious whether you noticed it more with those guys being out. Again, just through social media, you see that those guys, some of the top guys, are walking the track, and I haven't. You're right. I've never seen you do that.
No, never. Because normally I don't have the time.
Right.
As well. So
this one, you could have camped out on there. You could have really memorised it. You could have drawn it.
Yeah, and that's the bit. Like, if you got to, like, say it comes down to a fitness thing as well.
Right.
So, if you're really fit, you're not going to get tired, because you think walking all those stages, a lot of walking as well.
Like, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
A 3K stage, another 1.5K stage, and it's not just a plod along, is it? You're like proper mountain walking.
Yeah, definitely. No, you're right. You're right.
There's a fitness side of that too. Fitness, memory, time. All the things I don't have.
Desire.
Yeah. But so what I did do or do as well is I'll GoPro practice runs and just watch them back.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see how many times like the top guys watch their GoPro runs back, like whether they really study it.
A lot of guys, like, say, will have their phones on them and they'll watch the runs before the run.
Ah.
Yeah. And we're not even talking like top 20 or 30. We're talking like guys that I was riding around with are like got the phones out,
trying to memorize the track,
in the run.
Wow.
And just brain overload, isn't it? Almost.
Yeah,
I think there is something to it, though. I think there is something to that. Maybe worth trying.
It's worth a go. It'd be interesting to try it. The whole thing of the series is as well. Let's just like throw something new in there, and then we'll track it and see how it goes.
Right, this weekend.
Yeah, just give it a go. So you film it, and then on race day, top of your run before you run, you watch it once or twice.
That's what
That's a good idea. Yeah, it's a good idea.
I watch it like the night before. So the night before, me and Mark went through a couple of runs, and we were just like, I remember that being well dodgy. So like, I can remember things just in general for the way people. I don't have no memory, but I'll remember, like, say maybe 2 or 3 spots on each stage which I know to look out for. So there was like a part of 3 where the outside line was completely blown off and I nearly fell off the edge of it, and I was like, mental note, full on talking to myself, like, inside line, even if you go slow, make it round and go super inside, because if you go to outside, you'll lose over a minute of time because you'll drop off the edge, you have to climb back up. So even stuff like that. Or there was like just a few bits, like, so stage, I should have said, so Friday's practice, stage 4 was Loic Bruni's gamble line, the gamble film. So we raced the gamble line that he did over there, sorry.
Right.
And there's a couple of good sized jumps, and it's fast. I've never actually seen the movie segment or anything. But
what? How goddamn dare you? That's my best friend's film.
Well, yeah, no, I haven't.
Jesus, I'm offended. I'm going to edit that bit out.
Oh, well, this is a good segment.
I'm going to send you a link later to watch the film. How about that?
Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome.
Do I have to pay for it?
No, I'm going to send it you. I'm going to send it you.
Yeah, it was a good track. It was, again, it got very dusty and blown out, but it was fast and it had some good sized jumps and stuff on it. So it was more a case of, you'd be hitting a track like that, completely fresh, first thing on Sunday. So it was like, right, remember, this is don't back off, because when you're hitting, you hitting stuff completely cold and fresh. If you like, you got to be like, you'd normally warm into it, but you're like 100 meters off the line, boom, big 15, 20 foot double or whatever.
Right. Was there any gaps, or was it all relatively
There were
like?
kind of gaps.
There were. Wow.
You could come up short, but it wouldn't be preferable.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
Yeah. That's cool though that they put that line in.
Yeah.
Sick. Really sick.
Yeah.
It's totally different as well, isn't it? I mean, it's almost like throwing in a free ride downhill race into
Yeah.
an EWS.
Yeah.
Do you know, it's like a total mix.
It was. Yeah, it was actually. Yeah, so that was cool. Like I said, I'd not seen the segment. I'm sure Bruni made it look a little smoother and more stylish than I did, I think. But
do you think?
just.
Yeah,
Just.
maybe.
I tell you what, like, here's the thing. Because I hadn't seen the film and everyone's like, oh, look, we're going to go ride the gamble line. I was expecting something super gnarly.
Right.
It was not.
Really?
I didn't think it was that, like, it wasn't a hard, like, trail.
How gnarly could it have been, though, to then put an EWS down it? Do you know
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
again, like, all the jumps you could come up short on or roll.
Okay.
I was expecting, like, you know, when you say, like, a movie segment with Loic Bruni and stuff like that, you're expecting, like, the same as, say, like, do you remember that big jump line that Brendan Fairclough did out there and stuff for another?
Yes. Yeah.
You're expecting something like that, didn't
He
you?
did it for Death Grip
Just-
as well.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. He built some stuff for Death Grip, didn't he?
Yeah.
But yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. You were probably hoping to, expecting to drop in and just see huge gaps and just
big
crazy
ass.
stuff, right?
Yeah,
you
like,
know,
no.
I'll be honest, I can't quite remember the movie section myself. I've seen it like loads of I know. I've seen it loads of times, but I can't quite picture it in my brain now of like what it looked like.
Yeah.
But I think it was, you know, rather than big hits and stuff like that, it was mainly just fast corners, loads of dust,
Yeah,
blowing
exactly. And
stuff
that's
out.
exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Exactly what it was.
Huh.
Like funny little scrubs over little bumps
Yes.
and stuff like this.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, got it in one.
Hmm.
But it was fun. It was really fun. Like, but yeah, so like we'll go back to practice and Mo. It was cool. Like, I think Mark sort of had his eyes opened, made some changes, and then he started enjoying it a lot more, and like a lot less stressing. Because I think actually, you know, for him, so this is from a first timer's point of view. He heard sort of Loic Bruni gamble line and sort of shit himself straight away.
Yeah, I bet.
He was like, "Oh my god, there's proper jumps on this. I'm gonna." He's not big on the jumping game, but you know, you don't mind them. But like, he was like, "Holy moly, what are we in for?"
You don't want to drop
Starts
into
to roll
like
down
Fest series. So
Yeah, exactly. He starts to roll down it though, and is like, "Oh, actually, these are all roll. You know, like you can go really fast if you want to, but actually, I can roll all of these, so
yeah.
I don't need to stress at all."
Okay. Awesome.
Like, anyone could go there. I think like anyone could go there and hit that line and roll it. But like I said, Fairclough's line, that's like proper gaps, isn't it?
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware, you've got to clear those.
Yeah.
So it's a difference.
Hmm.
But yeah, like the other stages, they all went good. Seven's like the fan favorite, most well known. I think it's that famous one, you know, where they always take pictures of it on the cliff edge.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
That's the one.
The
Stage
ridge.
7.
Ridge. That looks sick. That looks so good. That's
I was
literally
right,
the
my ridge was on the ridge.
Yeah, man. That's-
Um,
yeah, very good. Very good. Sponsorship plug right there. I like that.
Oh, did you like it?
Yeah, that's nice. That's subtle. Yeah, some sick photos
Then
came
I
out of that.
realized I went back down.
Sven had posted some sick photos from there. There's some really good stuff. But that line does look pretty iconic. It's becoming quite iconic as well, isn't it? 'Cause the
Oh, it's
EWS
like the
and-
go-to tourist line, I think.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's a really good stage and a good length to it. Some cool segments, bit of everything in it. Yeah, I think it's a favourite trail amongst everyone for a good reason because it's got a good bit of everything in it. And like I said, like you'd ride along the cliff edge, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
So you said like with the last race that you sort of struggled with preparation and stuff like that because this one was a bit, you know, obviously it's a bigger race. You know the town a little bit better. Were you like better prepared during practice days with food and all that sort of stuff?
Oh yeah. You
That
could
was
just go to this. You know, at Spain you couldn't get anything. There was no proper supermarkets or anything like that. And I'm in just in the hire car and just it was just a bit awkward. Whereas here, like it was in Mexico and then which is part of it's like an area of Madeira, and then you go out from there. You could just go to the supermarket in Mexico and get your supplies, and far better, far easier.
Cool.
Yeah, it wasn't sort of surviving on energy gels and water and stuff like that, and croissants for a weekend. It was just normal.
It must be kind of, interesting logistically wise what those shops do. They must really like ramp up stock levels. And I'm thinking, a little bit weirdly here, but when something like that comes to town and you've got all those riders wanting trail snacks and food for the evening and wine.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It must be logistically, they
think
must
so.
have to really level everything up.
But I think you're thinking it's smaller than it is. I mean, we're talking supermarkets like Tesco.
Right.
Don't make no odds, I don't think, to those
Just,
guys.
they've got it. They just keep restocking.
Yeah. I think maybe some of the
My
like,
distribution
the cafes,
brain's kicking in a little bit here, I think, isn't it?
like some of the smaller cafes and stuff, like actually in the race village area, like more direct area, I'm sure probably would have got a bit more ice cream in or whatever. I don't know, but like no, you can just go to the supermarket up the road. It's like a full on supermarket. Wouldn't have made no odds. Yeah,
So-
but that was Friday.
Yep.
Solid day of practice.
No major incidents, no crashes, nothing.
Not for me. Mark had a few offs from
Did he?
talent running out, shall we say. Yeah. Front end washing on one. Like I said, that corner I was just chatting to you about earlier where I was like saying the outside was blown out. That's how I remembered it, because he absolutely shot off the edge about 6-7 foot down or something. He'll tell you it was about 20 foot. It was 6 or 7 foot. Yeah, but that's how we sort of both remembered. We were like, off the line, fast for about 200 metres, tight left, go really slow.
Right.
Otherwise, you end up like Mark.
Funny. Cool.
Yeah, and it was like a solid day. Felt good. Like body felt good, like ready to go, rested, felt confident in the bike. Everything was working sound.
You feeling fitter this year?
I feel the same. I don't feel any fitter as such, but I feel fit.
Right.
I have not deviated.
Nice.
Oh, no, didn't even mean to do that one.
Nice.
That was 100%. That was a good one, actually.
That was a good one, mate. You can have that one.
Yeah, I didn't. That was an accidental one. Yeah, I didn't. I'm going to say it again. Didn't deviate from like my plan.
Right.
And
you didn't need to
suppose,
remap anything.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Come on. All right.
I don't even know what to say. I can't. I'm trying to think of like a few of the other sponsors. I don't even know.
There ain't none.
How to crowbar them in. Yeah. I suppose we could get Jersey's Foundation in somehow, couldn't we?
Yeah, we could do.
No.
Anyway, hook it. Let's get on with it. Come on.
Criminal messaging. Oh, I didn't ride 35 bikes different times. God, all
Dear.
it's completely thrown me off that.
I'm sorry.
No, yeah. I had the plan. I stuck to it. My numbers are slightly up from last time on various tests I've done. So I suppose the numbers say I'm fitter. I wouldn't say I feel massively fitter, but numbers don't lie most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, you might be fitter, but tracks change and weather and different variables and how you're feeling mentally and physically on the day at the time can all make a huge difference whether you're actually super fit or not. So but I felt good and I felt ready to race and stuff like that. I felt like, I'd eaten good, recovered well, just was pretty chilled and ready to get going on the Saturday, yeah.
Cool. With this being the first EWS you've done this year, where do they put you in regards to like qualifying and stuff?
I was in the main EWS and I was 102.
102.
So, yeah, pretty good number. Like towards like the back end of things, I suppose, because I hadn't done any other kind of EWS. So
yeah.
But
and this was the third stop, isn't it, on the tour?
Third stop, yeah. You had
yeah.
New Zealand and Tasmania before that.
That's right. There's just been a bit of a gap, hasn't there? So it keeps throwing me out a little bit. It's like then there's been like a downhill and then it's
EWF, isn't it? So
yeah. Okay.
So
So
cool.
no major changes. Saturday, you're geared up. When does Mark race?
So that was the only slightly the EWS 100 guys kick off first thing, if you like, or earlier in the day.
Right.
So we had a 2-hour gap between when he went and when I went, really, which is a bit frustrating, but nothing you can really do about it.
No, it is what it is. And were you staying far away from where the event kicked off? Were you travelling in or riding in?
We were in Funchal, so we had about a 20-25 minute drive. That was it.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Like, it was just on the motorway across.
Okay. Easy to get to, parking wise, all good. Because let's talk logistics here, man. Let's talk logistics. Okay. Where did you stay anyway? Just at like a campsite? What do you do? Hotel?
No, we were at Amy's mum's place.
Oh, of course. Okay, nice. All right, and then you were commuting in every day.
Yes.
All right, got you. Nice.
Yeah. But that was cool. So yeah, we were commuting in. It wasn't bad. Like I said, Mashiko, where the race village was, is like a town. So it's not like a tiny, obscure little place up the mountain. It's like on the coast, got a beach, town centre. Nowhere will have enough parking for an EWS race.
No.
Because it's not just all the riders and the pit crews and everything like that and the racers. It's all the locals that, especially in a place like, I suppose, like Madeira, where a big thing like this doesn't happen all the time. You just suddenly get tons of people, especially on the Sunday when it's everyone's day off, just all coming in, descending. It was packed on Sunday. It was cool, yeah.
Right.
But so it gets a bit hectic, but we never struggled really.
Okay, cool. So Mark kicked off 2 hours before. So what do you do for those 2 hours? Just hang out, grab coffees, or?
Yeah, it wasn't too. He was off at 10. I wasn't off till like 12.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, because it was only a short day, 3 stages.
Yeah.
Just chilled, took it easy, make sure I had a lot of water because it was really sunny, pretty hot. Just double checked kit, bike, had everything.
Backpacked up this year or not for this one?
Huh?
No backpack again, no?
No.
No, I know you always avoid riding with that, I guess because it's not such a massive day, you could avoid the backpack.
Yeah. No, I avoided the backpack.
Okay.
I went all like bare minimums as always. I'm sure if you've listened enough now, you know what the bare minimum I take. But yeah, I didn't. And although it was hot, the feed stations were fairly well placed and regular. So I was never felt stressed about not having enough water, really. It was hot, but with a bit of forward thinking and planning of where I was going to drink and how often. I do think I do plan where I drink and where I eat and how often, like every 45 minutes and stuff for eating, certainly.
Okay.
That was something that I could plan well in advance and felt fine that although just taking a 500ml bottle with me, that I could still drink enough.
Yeah. Nice one, dude. So how did the first day of racing go?
Yeah, good, mate. It was stunning weather. Like we'll get that. Like it was like I've just got to be mid to getting on late 20s. I'd have said it was nice, really nice. It was. I tell you what, day one, because we shuttled it, the ride up to stage 1 was a killer.
Is this where we're going to talk about the liaisons?
We'll get into just all the liaisons,
right?
Because the heat affected you as well. But so day one, straight from the pits, was basically a 50-minute to an hour uphill ride up a road, and that was it.
Right.
It never it was just uphill, constant as well. It never mellowed, so you didn't have like a flat spot you could cruise and then carry on up. It was literally uphill the whole time.
Nice.
Yeah, and then when you're hitting that at midday in a full face on a big ass bike with super tacky tires, you're just like, oh God, it was tough. I think it got everyone. It wasn't just like. Everyone found it tough from what I spoke to. The top end guys as well were like, man, that hill sucked. Just to ride up a road for nearly an hour or so was a bit poopy, but it's how you get there. That's just it.
Yeah.
You got to be done. But then to go into like a 3K stage, which was blown out and
was the liaison times relatively?
Yeah, it was like if you just went at a good, comfortable pace, you probably still have 15 to 20 minutes, say, at the top. I think we did.
Nice.
So, it was hard, but you had the rest time and the recovery time to bar, drink, gather your thoughts sort of thing and get ready to race, yeah. And then, stage 1 was okay. I struggled to get up to pace because I was a bit tired from the ride up. Like, no word of a lie, it was pretty tough. So I was a bit just off the pace. I had a few little silly mistakes and it was so dusty. It was just something I didn't really get on with that kind of stage. But had to be done, didn't it? Because it's the first one.
Yeah.
And then you basically that was at one side of a valley. You do that stage back down into the valley, if you like, the bottom, Mashiko, ride through the race village, and then you would do on the other side of the valley the other 2 stages. You had a good feed and water station on the way, so you could drink. Say if you drank half your bottle going up to stage 1.
Yep.
rode back down or raced back down, had another quarter of your bottle after the stage, to obviously because you're gasping and thirsty and whatnot, and then just sipped away on the other quarter on the way up to the feed station. Bingo bango, you're there at the feed station ready to fill up.
Nice.
Yeah,
Cool.
same with food.
Okay. Do they provide you with food as well or not?
They did. Madeira has always had the best feed stations, I think.
Has it?
Yeah, we're talking like sweets, cake, like meats, cheeses. Madeira cake. But
Is that a thing?
Yeah,
It is a thing,
That's
yeah.
a thing.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Madeira cake, but we're talking like meats, cheeses, breads, energy bars, fruit, like olives.
Wow.
And then
Full
different
antipasti
drinks.
platter going on.
Yeah, it really was. We went to the Mediterranean sort of thing. Yeah, and then like energy drinks, water. Yeah, you know. So it was really good.
Awesome.
Really good feed stations. Some places I've been, they're literally like, here's half a banana, some salted peanuts, and a glass of water.
Gone off
Like,
Cliff Bar, like, great,
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah.
Peanut butter ones, we can't sell them.
Yeah, you're like chewing on cardboard.
Yeah.
So yeah, really good. So and the liaisons up to 2 and then back down and then up to 3 weren't too bad. So like stage 2 was like a real cool, fairly short trail, but it was similar to like Jersey trails. Actually, it like weaved its way along the cliff edge, if you like, not like a sheer cliff, but like just cut into the side of the hill, like some Tekka stuff, not too wide. It was actually like a beefed up version of a Jersey track in a way, like a bit faster and a bit rougher. So
Right.
it was fun, and that felt good. That was a new trail I'd never ridden, as was 1. And then you'd ride up and around the hill up to 3, which was the same stage as what was used as last year for the last stage of the day, I think. Last stage 8. But yeah, a sort of a good classic trail that run all the way back down to Mashiko. And I felt good. I like that trail. It had a lot of like twisty single track, and then would just go wide open into these fields full of rocks at the end. It was just fun. Yeah, with some jumps and stuff they'd put in, and yeah, it was cool. Bud. It was really cool. I liked it a lot. Yeah, and I felt good. I had a good day. The bike worked spot on. Everything seemed to be functioning pretty well.
Yeah.
It was 90th, yeah. So I sat 90th after the first day, after 3 stages.
Pretty
It's
stoked
not too
with that.
bad.
Pretty stoked.
It's good. Yeah, I can't complain.
Yeah.
I definitely felt like there was room just to man up a bit and just go a bit faster and let it go a bit more
Okay.
and just carry a bit more speed. So yeah, it was good. And so I was pleased with that. Mark in the 100, he was sitting in, I'm not sure how many guys there were, but he was about 63rd in the EWS 100. And I think he was pleased with that because he sort of realised he had, I mean, even more so, he had no expectations, obviously, and no idea of where to place himself because it's his first ever enduro race, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, let alone EWS. So
Yeah.
he had, you have no clue because there were some super fast guys in the 100 still.
I know. Dude did really well at it. A local guy to us, Luke Meredith, did really well. He's a straight pinner.
Yeah, that I'm not saying they didn't have an advantage at all, I don't think. But they might have gone off when the tracks were like a little better condition, possibly, or because things were a little bit more relaxed. There's a little less pressure there. So I think there's a good thing in that. There's a good thing somewhere. Cool. I think the guy who won it was he was top 20 overall of everyone. Yeah.
Wow.
I think he was 17th fastest time of the day, but he was a local guy, obviously. But absolute flat out.
Jeez.
When you're beating like, I don't know, Win Masters and all those other.
Yeah, you're going good.
You're going well, despite whether you're local or not. You're going. That's fast.
It's still fast. Yeah, no matter if you know the trails or not, you're still trapping.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But that was good. It was a good, I think we both then sort of set ourselves. We had a chat and just to catch up, and Mark was like, "Yeah, man, you like a newfound respect," because he was like, "However fit you think you are, get fitter."
Right.
Because you're not fit enough.
Right. Okay. That's a good bit of advice, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah. He actually was like, if you're doing 100 squats at the gym, do 200. I was like, what if you're doing 200? Do 400. He was like, if you think you're pushing it, push more because you can always be fitter at these things. He had trained he'd done some gym work and some riding and stuff, but he was like, man, if I were to ever do another one, I would. It's a whole another level of commitment.
Right. So yeah, like you said, newfound respect for you, obviously, because someone coming into it totally fresh, maybe doesn't see the hard work that you've put in, the level of fitness you've had to get to enjoy it as well. That's the thing, isn't it? It's like anything, especially mountain biking. It becomes enjoyable once you get to a certain level of fitness where you can enjoy it. Otherwise, it's brutal and it's horrible. It can be. I know every time I've come back to riding after some time off, you're just fucked, and all your mates are off in front of you, and you're at the back.
Yeah, you're breathing out your blood.
But as soon as you get up to a decent level of fitness, you can start enjoying it more. You can start wanting to nip off and go different trails or whatever it might be. So.
Yeah. You got it in one. So that was his thing. So that's what he was saying.
Yeah. Okay. Saturday night, what did that consist of?
A lot of relaxing.
Yeah.
A lot of taking it easy. Yeah.
Food's good where you were.
Sorry.
Good food where you were.
Good. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Sold the camera. Ate good. Sorry, I got distracted. Ate good. Just made sure did some stretching and all the recovery stuff. And just really tried to just take it easy, clean the bikes up.
Right.
It did as much as possible to minimize having to do anything that morning or anything.
Yeah, I remember you always lay kit out and all that sort of stuff. Get it done.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I had it all laid out. I had what I needed, all packed, ready. Bike was done. Air, tire pressures, you name it. Everything was spot on. Because Sunday, moving on to Sunday, Mark's start time was at 8:15 in the morning. So a lot earlier, and I wasn't off till about 10. So obviously that means I was just, I lost sleepy time.
Yeah.
So that was the most frustrating. Not frustrating, but obviously if you don't have to get up, you don't want to get up. And I had to get up an hour and a bit earlier.
Okay.
To go in with Mark, which is not a problem. Just chilled there in the end. It's not a bad thing. You just watch the guys go off, cheer them on, do a bit of heckling, see some friends. But yeah, me and him actually, we both felt better. We said this at the end of Sunday. We both felt better on Sunday's riding because you didn't have a killer liaison to just ruin you at the start of the day for the rest of the day.
Got you.
So you start off. So to get up to the Gamble line, you had about an hour bus journey because it was miles away, literally miles and miles. You shuttled from Mashiko all the way to this Gamble line on a big bus.
No way.
Yeah, it was cool.
Right. Wow, I didn't know that.
But that was what I was linking back to saying in practice. So you get shuttled to this line, and then it's boom, 10 o'clock. You've not ridden anywhere. You've not really done a warm up.
You've not spun your legs. You've done nothing. Yeah. You've
done nothing, and kapow, you're straight into this flat out, or maybe not the gnarliest, but this flat out line with some good jumps, a line you've got to be really focused on.
That's a trip. I bet that's kind of tough.
It's hard, yeah. So you're doing you're looking a bit silly, but you're doing your stretches at the start. You might go for a little spin round on the bike just to keep the legs moving. But that's what I'm saying. You then got to get in that mindset of right, remember, where you've watched your videos about, right, remember it is wild, but you can clear this jump at the start. It then goes into this jump over this crest, and these are all fine, although fast. That they're fine jumps. You're not going to hurt yourself if you come up short or anything. So that's that was where watching a video type thing came back into it.
Yeah, for sure. Huh. Okay. So then, did you have to get a bus back or not?
No. Then it was just really so. I'm making gestures with my hands so you can see it. Unfortunately, no one else can. But you drive miles away, and then you just ride back, do a stage, ride back, do a stage, ride back, do a stage.
That seems like a really good way of doing it.
Yeah, I think if you've got the terrain that allows you to do that, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that a bit. That's pretty cool. Obviously, I know dropping in fresh on a stage first thing in the morning, whatever's kind of tough. But I like the way of you just go to your furthest point away and just work your way back.
Yeah, rather than doing a loop sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. It depends entirely on what the mountains you got around or something, I suppose, doesn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
What your topography is.
Oh, nice. Okay, so 4 went pretty good. Again, no real dramas, nothing really stood
No,
out.
it was more a case of like getting through that one for me.
Yeah.
Again, because it's such a pretty full-on run to start the day on. I wanted like a good fast run, obviously, but if I, to get that one ticked off, because you imagine you just have a high-speed stack straight away, and you're like, you've got a 22-mile day ahead of you, which you're ruined for, and just not feeling it. That would ruin your head for the whole whole thing.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, it went well. Bike went well down that one, and I sort of maybe I wasn't like as quite as fast. I reckon. I think if you did a couple runs, you'd obviously go faster. So that's sort of obvious in a way, I guess. But it was a good run, and I was clean through it, and yeah, I felt good. And then we had like a not too long, maybe a 40-minute liaison to stage 5.
Okay.
And stage 5 was like the opposite trail, and it was like in the forest, really hard to see, like all this dappled light. It was still a bit greasy and damp in places, but then grippy in others where it was damp in a weird way. And you had all these roots and rocks, and it was a much slower speed. And it was a very opposite trail, but it was good. It was nice, I guess, to get onto something like that and sort of almost reset and be like, right, just I suppose here's another change actually. Because of this stage in practice, I was running a tinted lens all through practice, and then because of this stage and a couple bits on others, I actually switched to a clear lens to racing.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
all right.
Just 'cause I was really struggling with the dappley light to see things.
Yeah.
So I went clear.
Do you carry a lens with you or not?
Nah.
Or do you switch for the whole day?
Switched for the whole 2 days.
2 days, right?
Yeah, I just switched for the whole weekend.
Okay, cool. Doesn't look as cool, but equally more functional.
I know, but these things have to be. You got to think of the results a bit, and you.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so that's 4 and 5.
6. Let me recap. 6 just went pretty good. Fun stage. It was used at the last race.
Okay. Does that help you? Do you think?
Well, no, 'cause they tweak bits in it and stuff like that. Yeah, they
obviously
do,
it's hard to remember, but
yeah, I mean that was 2 years ago. So they do, and they tweak little bits within the stage. So there might be a few different corners set up, or just make a slightly new line around some other bits and stuff like that. But it was cool. Like I had really good, like then on to 7. 7 was the classic.
Yep.
Did fairly good on that. Felt pretty fast and everything, and stayed on. I stayed on pretty much all weekend. I had like dabs and like some wildish moments and stuff, but no major offs or anything. And then like on up and then around finally to 8. Like it was a big. I should have said it was from 6 and then across to 7 was a big liaison, like 12, 13 miles or something.
Fuck.
They gave us an hour 45 or something like that.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was a bit
relatively flat, or
yeah, actually a lot of it downhill.
Was it?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of it downhill because we were really high up at 6.
Yeah.
And then went really loads downhill and then like traversed across like up and down to 7.
Right. Is it usually? Yeah. It's just like signs. You just follow the signs.
Yeah. Again that that's
just well done. Yeah.
Yeah. Just very well signposted and taped and stuff like that. And even on like road junctions, you could have marshals making sure you go the right way and stuff.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, they do it good. So like 7 was that infamous death cliff drop stage. I'm not sure what its proper name was.
That'll do.
It was cool. Yeah, it was good. I think that's a good name.
Yeah, I'll do. I like that
and then 8 was the same as 3.
Yeah.
And then this time, like we finished at the top of Mashiko, and then you would just roll down into the pits, maybe a couple of minutes sort of thing. But for 8, they added on like this crazy bottom section where you would like weave through the streets and through people's gardens and actually drop into the main arena.
No way.
Which is quite cool. Yeah, I mean, it was from a fan point of view and stuff like that. It was really fun. It was like must have been good to watch and stuff, and like really bring the racing right to the streets.
That's sick. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like, from my point of view, it wasn't like the best segment ever because it just seemed a little unnecessary from a racing point of view. But I totally get why they did it, and it was really fun. It actually turned out to be really fun.
Amazing.
Yeah. So then you would just drop off this wall like down a ramp and like literally into the finish
crowd
arena.
Goes wild.
Painter. Yeah, we love you.
Air horns.
Oh, you were there?
Yeah, I was there. I just didn't tell you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Girls with their shirts up, Yeah, Painter. Yeah.
Oh, mate, it's literally like you were there. I haven't even dropped the video yet, and you've seen happens. No, it was good. Yeah, so that was cool, and that made a really good atmosphere to end on.
Cool.
Yeah, and then results.
Yeah, I mean results.
Do it.
Yeah.
So, I climbed up from 90th on Saturday. I was finished 83rd.
Dude.
So we moved up the ranks.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You must be pleased with that because that's a really good result as well, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
It's one of the highest.
Yeah. And I gave myself, like I said, a bit of a talking to, saying like, you've done 3 stages, but you've got like 5 more to do. That's a lot of time. It was a total racing time of about 38 minutes for me.
Okay.
So it's a lot of racing, and then over 5 stages you can claw back time.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
So I just sort of gave myself a bit of a talking to and was like, you've got 5 stages, just keep it pinned but consistent, and you can make up time on each of these, and it worked, I guess.
Awesome, dude.
Yeah, thank
you.
You.
Must be stoked with that. That's really good.
Yeah, and my stage times actually were fairly consistent over all the stages and their positions. I can't remember all the positions, but yeah, so. Yeah, really pleased with that.
Consistency, mate, isn't it? It's consistent. It's consistent start to the year, to be fair.
Yeah, it is. So that that is a good start to the year.
Touch wood, you've not fallen off this deviate yet, have you?
Oh, really?
There we go. Watch out, Scotland. He's coming in hot.
Definitely, I've fallen off it a fair few times.
Okay.
So yeah, I was pleased with that, and I take like Mark. So Mark was sitting in 63rd.
Yeah.
He, like me, he found actually day 2 a bit easier on the legs and stuff. I think because we got the big shuttle at the start, because he was 63rd, he was like, I want to get top 60, and he came 59th.
Dude, amazing!
Yeah, so
congrats,
he
Mark.
made the cut too as well.
Team
so
Remap scraping in there on the top 80s. That's
definitely. Cool. Not winning, but looking good.
Amazing. Yeah. Good effort. That's really cool. Was he stoked with that as well?
He was actually, yeah, because like he's quite like a targets type guy, so that was his target, and so he was really pleased.
Amazing.
So it was cool. Yeah, it was really good, and it was like I said, it was even hotter on the Sunday, and it just made like cool crowds and finished like right down near the beach and stuff, and yeah, it was great fun.
Sounds good, man. Sounds like a good race, this one. I think, like I said to you before, this is the one that I'm jealous that you get to do. And, obviously it's a bigger event, the EWS, as opposed to the EWS Continental European Enduro Race Series, or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
But did you miss doing these things, or what? Like, where was your headspace at?
You know what? That's a good question, because I actually did miss it.
Really?
And it made me think, damn, I like sort of that whole big stage of the EWS.
Yeah.
I thought, like with all, like you've got the top guys, the top ride like stages, you've got the legit time, you've got your timings, you've got the stickers, you've got like the full works. Now I've only done one continental so far, so Scotland maybe, and the rest may be completely different, but yeah, it did sort of make me think, EWS is the top tier for a reason, and I love that challenge. So
okay.
I'm not doing no other EWSs this year as planned yet, but yeah, it makes you realise that it is the top end of
pinnacle,
things.
Yeah,
that's it. That's a good word for it. The pinnacle of enduro racing. But that was cool.
Good. I'm gonna jump into some listener questions straight away because there's some really good ones that came in. Okay. And it just seems fitting that we just jump straight into them as well, to be honest with you.
Yeah, let's do it.
So, first one was from 221 Racing. Did you deliberately not get that top 50 in case Davey made you do one of the forfeits? Did you see any of the forfeits that came in?
I didn't know, man.
Mate, there was some classics. There was people wanted you to chug like gallon of fucking cheese. There was streaking. There was there was loads came in.
Our internet connection's poor out there. I didn't see any, unfortunately. No. Well, I'm blooming glad I didn't get top 50 then.
Mate, honestly, I bet there was 50. 50. Yeah, there was loads.
Placing.
I just put up like what should Painter. I can't remember how I worded it. What should Painter have to do if he got a top 50 or something? I can't remember. There was so many.
Sure, why are these all bad things? Surely, like, should be like, what if Painter
Celebrate.
Yeah, exactly. Get absolutely wrecked or something.
Or maybe it was what should he do? I can't remember how I worded it. I'll have a look.
Either way, it sounds like a stitch up.
Yeah, it was a bit.
Well, 2-2-1 racing didn't happen, so thankfully got away with that one.
Same
No
guys
cheese
again.
was chugged.
No cheese was chugged on this occasion. We'll see next round. Same guy, 2-1 racing. What would you have changed your approach to the last EWS round?
As in, what would I have done differently to approach Madeira?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what it means.
Well, in the words of Mark Evans, done 400 squats instead of 200. No, I feel like my prep was pretty good. I don't think there's much I could do. You know, other than just getting in more bike time, like from a racing sense, not necessarily just riding and training, but like actually just race time on the bike to learn how the bike reacts and works through a race situation. What?
Sorry, I just read another one of these comments. Sorry.
You just read the next question.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, yeah, that's what I'd probably actual physical race time.
Okay.
Go on, you're smiling.
No, it just made me laugh because this guy's done some of these before. So, next listener question came in from at Joshy Wood MTB, and he asked, as Fort William is just around the corner, what would you choose? Deep fried Mars bar, Snickers bar, or a Scotch egg?
Mars bar. Every time.
Really?
Easy.
Classic combo, man. That you know, classic
Scotch
combo.
egg. No. Isn't that technically fried already or something with all the stuff stuck to it?
I don't know how you cook a Scotch egg, to be honest with you.
I don't
Breadcrumbs, isn't it? And then I guess you just cook it. I don't know if you fry them. I don't think you fry. If anyone knows how you make a Scotch egg, please reach out.
Please do.
Please reach out.
What's the next one?
At Fergus_Ryan93.
Oh God!
What?
Go on.
When will his sunnies be available to the public?
You're
getting roasted for these sunglasses, man.
I really am. Well, to you, Ferg, never, buddy. He gives me grief for those things.
Next one, at Ben Jones with a load of S's. Okay. What's your favourite music to listen to before dropping in?
I like a lot of old school rock, like Zeppelin, AC/DC, Sabbath and stuff, but then some new stuff in there. But yeah, a lot of old school rock, mostly.
Yeah.
If I were to, I don't listen to music really ever when I ride, actually. But like, if it sounds a bit lame, road riding, yeah, I have like my old school rock playlist and stuff I stick on. Yeah.
Nice. You know what the most annoying song in the world is? AC/DC Go Down, because my van plays that song every time I connect my phone because it's at the top of my iTunes list. The first I love that song as well, but now I absolutely despise it.
Really?
Dude, every time I start the van, I'm like, fuck. Anyway.
It's like the noise the van should make when you turn it on.
Yeah, it should. It should actually. Did you get any? Because that's me pretty much done. I just threw it on the Insta stories real quick. It's only been up there for a couple of hours, so...
Oh, yeah, no, we were a bit...
behind schedule again, weren't we?
Hang on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was all of them. I'm sorry.
_Josh Morris _05. How was it? I mean, pretty good, mate. Yeah.
In fact, no, hang on. There was a really, really good question on your Instagram post, which I just remembered about. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one came in from at JMJ Designs, and this is fucking brilliant. As a privateer, how much do you get to mingle with the top name pros at the events? And if so, who's the friendliest guy you have come across?
At J&J Designs, painter of awesome helmets. Yeah. You just ride the same tracks and go through the same pits and stuff. You're like literally, like Mark was full on fanboying out over Sam Hill and stuff like this.
Really?
Yeah, because he's never seen that before. He's never seen that side of it because he doesn't race.
Yeah.
So you see him on Pink Bike and mags and stuff, and then like Sam Hill, Martin Mays, and like I don't know, someone else really good might just like literally cruise past you whilst you're having a drink on the curb sort of thing, and they'll just cruise past you, and you're like, oh my god. So yeah, I mean, you in answer to that, you get basically just share the same race as them. I mean, you don't go wander into the nuke-proof pits or anything like that, do you? But
No.
you can watch them practice because they'll ride past you. If you're in the same race, you watch them just cruising around. They're there. The cool thing like the EWS is, and I haven't been to a World Cup down in a long time, but like it's still really relaxed. So when it finishes, everyone's just in the finish arena having a drink, just having a catch up, a chat, and stuff like this. So yeah, it's good. As for the friendliest, don't they all say hello? If you like said, oh, all right, Greg, well done today to Greg Callahan, he'd be like, cheers, mate, thanks very much. They're all, I think I would say like, I'm sure people have noticed Sam Hill is infamously quiet and keeps himself to himself, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does for sure. He always has done, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's just how he rolls. But most guys out there, like, just you see him having fun, pulling wheelies, and yeah, they're all really real nice guys, I think.
Cool.
Yeah.
We should get you to do a few, like, not interviews, but get some people on the thing. That'd be cool. On the video.
Like pro tips.
On the video, yeah, some pro tips or something.
Yeah, I'm sure we could knock something up.
Yeah. Next one, at Wanus69. Wanus69 dude. I remember this guy's Instagram name for so... it used to make me giggle every time he sent a question. At Wanus69 dude, question mark. How much easier, different feel is a gearbox, and can you tell the difference? If so, how?
Yes, a gearbox is very different. There are certain drawbacks and advantages to that over a conventional system. Things like being able to shift when not pedaling and stuff, and like a lot of gears at a time. Weight down below, 0 things to break or service because you just don't touch it. It's a sealed unit.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose you could say downsides maybe. A lot of people think you can't shift under pressure, and that is true to a point. But once you've been riding it a lot, you just learn when to back off ever so slightly, like literally fraction of a second, and just change gear.
Okay.
I guess the weight is a bit heavier. Like you just couldn't compare it to like a full XTR or Eagle setup because they are different in weight.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the rest of the question? I think that was, but like,
yeah, it's pretty much like, can you tell the difference? Yeah.
Yes, you can tell the difference. You learn both ways, and they both become second nature. Yeah.
Okay. Good answer, mate. Good answer. Did you get any more, or are you pretty much burnt through those?
No.
Cool.
Josh Morris asked, "How was it?" I said, pretty good. Nailed it.
Awesome. So what we got coming up as well, then, dude? So you're headed back out from Jersey tomorrow. You're heading to the beautiful UK, where it is like Barbados right now. It's stunning.
If you tell me it's like that in Scotland, I'll be a happy man. So
should be.
It's a whistle stop tour. I've been got back this morning, and then heading up on my lonesome tomorrow, getting a boat to Portsmouth, I think it is, and then driving up to Scotland for the next round 2 of the Continental Series up at, I want to say it's Innerleithen.
Are you going to try to do that whole drive in one go?
No, I'm going to, because I've got a Thursday boat, so I'm going to blitz some of it on the Thursday night, even if it's only just a couple hours or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to do the rest just on Friday.
Cool. You got Bertha coming up?
Bertha's on.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. Bertha's on. And then I'm staying in the UK for the whole week. I'll come back down Monday, like a bit of Sunday and Monday, staying at families, and then racing the next round 3 of the British Nationals on the weekend of, I think, the 25th and 6th, I think.
So weekend. We could, in theory, arrange a ride.
Where
are you staying?
Well, I was staying down south.
Somerset,
yeah.
Somerset way.
Yeah.
Let's.
Maybe we could arrange a Hook It ride.
Yeah, we could arrange a podcast meet-up.
I'll be down for that.
We could, couldn't we? We could do that. We could make that happen, actually.
drop us a line, people, if you've got any good suggestions or any places.
Yeah, so you're going to be down near like the Gloucester sort of Somerset.
A bit further south, but I can come up. That's not a problem.
All right. Okay, let's try and make that happen.
Have a think next
let's
couple
try
of
and
days.
Make it, one evenings that you're going to be around there chilling. Maybe we can make something happen.
Yeah, definitely. Like good places we've got, like if you want to do like Bristol way, we've got Ashton Court, Lee Woods. If you want to go further south, we've got like Triscombe or the Mendips are really good around Badass Bikes and stuff. A lot of people I'm sure have heard of Badass Bikes.
Yep, for sure.
It's a good meeting spot. Yeah, we got tons of options. So, or like I could travel up. We got like obviously everyone knows Forest of Dean.
Yeah. Okay, let's we'll talk about that off air.
Yes,
and let's see if we can't figure something out for next week. That could be
that'd be cool.
That could be really, really cool actually.
So it's a busy couple of weeks, but it's going to be a good fun racing couple of weeks.
Good.
But yeah, if you're listening to this now, because I've only got limited time, the actual webisode, you call them webisodes, videos? I don't know what you call them.
Painisode.
Painisode.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds weird.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
The next episode of EWSorBUST to watch, anyway, is probably going to be out after I get back from all the British stuff because I don't have time to edit it all up.
That's fair.
So yeah, if you're listening to this, give it a couple of weeks.
Or if you're a budding filmmaker and you want to make something out of all your footage.
Or that, I can send a ton of stuff to you. Yeah. That would make my life a fair bit easier if someone's out there. But yeah, I'm not going to have the time to do it or internet connection or anything like that properly whilst I'm away or anything. So it's just you're going to have to wait. The private ear life comes first.
It does indeed. All right, man.
Okay.
I think
we wrap her up.
I think that's pretty much it, innit?
Stick a bow on top,
put
her in the post and call it done.
Yeah, let's do that. Stick a cherry on top. Don't forget, hookitproducts.co.uk, enter promo code AMS podcast for a mystery discount. You'll either get 5, 10, 20 or 40% off. But you'll only find out when you get to the checkout.
And
Remap Clothing.
Remapclothing.com and put in EWS or bust and you're only getting 10.
We're only doing this one for 7 days.
I like it. No, head to remapclothing.com, 10% off of EWS or bust. Get yourself some fresh threads. You'll look cool.
Amazing. All right, man.
All right.
Catch up soon. It's been
Thanks,
emotional.
everybody.
Peace.
Bye.